Do you know most people over 40 waste hours doing exercise that don't actually make them stronger? Your body doesn't need a long routine. It just needs the right movements done consistently. These are the only 5 exercises I focus on if I wanted strength, mobility, energy, and real-life performance with little effort as possible. Exercise number 1 is the dead hang. Most people over 40 lose shoulder mobility, grip strength, and upper back stability without ever noticing. A simple dead hang fixes all 3. Just grab the bar with your hands a little wider than shoulder width. Let your body relax and let your shoulders gently rise toward your ears. You don't need to fully hang your weight if that feels too intense. You can keep your feet lightly on the ground or on the step and just unload as much weight as you're comfortable with. As you settle in, focus on slow breathing. You'll feel the stretch through your lats, your chest, your forearms, and the tiny stabilizers in your upper back waking up. This is one of the easiest ways to keep your shoulders feeling younger, improve posture, and build grip strength without doing any complicated movements. Start with 10 to 20 seconds and build up over time. Exercise number 2 is the reverse lunge. Stepping backward instead of forward takes pressure off your knees, helps you find balance, and builds real leg strength without needing any equipment. Stand tall, take a slow step backward, and drop your back knee toward the floor while keeping your front heel down. Then push through the front leg to come back up. The key here is slow control. Let your hips sink straight down instead of leaning forward or tipping to the side. You should feel your glutes and your quads doing the work. This movement trains real-life strength for walking, stairs, playing with your kids, all the stuff that actually matters. If balance is tricky, keep a hand lightly on the wall. Do these slowly and intentionally, and you feel your legs getting stronger every week. Exercise number 3 is an indoor bike ride. If you're over 40 and your knees or lower back complain with running or jumping, this gets your legs working and your heart rate up without impact. It boosts circulation, warms up your thighs and hips, and makes everything feel looser instead of stiff and heavy. This part of the video is sponsored by Yiso, and the bike I'm using here is from them. Before you start riding, bring the seat to about hip height and slide it forward or back so that your knee has a small bend at the bottom of the pedal stroke. 10 seconds of setup makes a huge difference for your knees and your back. Once everything's set, sit tall, brace slightly through your core, and pedal at a pace where you can still talk. It doesn't need to be intense. The goal here is easy circulation, joint-friendly movement, and a simple way to get your legs going on days when you're busy or tired. Not an all-out cardio session. One thing I like is the screen mirroring. You plug your phone into the port and it casts YouTube, Spotify, or anything you want right onto the screen. There's no mandatory subscription. The mirroring itself is completely free. So I can play with my own videos, music, or a stretching routine while I ride. It also shows your real-time stats in the corner, which helps you keep things in that comfortable zone instead of accidentally pushing too hard. When you're done, you can rotate the screen to the side. You can use it for a mobility or stretching video on the floor while you cool down. It makes the bike easier to fit into a normal home setup. 3 to 5 minutes like this at the end of your workout is plenty. You get circulation, strength, and mobility benefits without beating up your joints. And on days when you're short on time, this alone still counts. If you don't have a bike, marching in place works too. But if you want to check out the Yiso bike I'm using here, the link and discount code are below. Exercise number 4 is the bird dog. This is one of the most effective core exercises for anyone over 40 because it trains stability, not just crunching. Start on your hands and knees with your back flat. Reach one arm forward and the opposite leg back. Then pause for a second before coming back in and switching sides. You're not trying to lift your leg high. The goal is to keep your spine still while your limbs move. That's what builds real core strength and protects your lower back. Go slow, keep your ribs down, and imagine balancing a glass of water on your lower back. This teaches your core how to stabilize during everyday movements so your back doesn't take the hit. The final exercise is the standing calf raise. Your calves act like shock absorbers for your knees, ankles, and lower back. They also control your balance more than most people realize. Stand tall, lift your heels as high as you comfortably can, hold for a second, and lower slowly. You want the movement to feel smooth, not rushed. Over time, you feel your calves get stronger, your ankles feel more stable, and even your circulation improve. This one is perfect as a finisher because it leaves your legs warm and supported without taking any extra time or equipment. If you do these 5 consistently, you'll feel the difference everywhere. Your legs, your core, your posture, and your energy. You don't need a long routine. You just need the right exercises. If you want more simple, effective workouts for life after 40, check out this next video. And remember, stay strong.